This is a presentation of the Badlands Media Network. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Rattler Gator Report, episode 59, and today is April 6th, 2023. Another beautiful day in creation. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, my curiosity is doing me in. My mind is just drifting all over the place. You've probably noticed over the last few weeks, so much is going on, and so much was unanticipated by me. You know, the technology thing in terms of the chat GPT and everything. It may not be so intriguing to you. I sent a friend a video yesterday saying, okay, look, you need to pay attention to this. And at a minimum, you need to utilize some of this. And he wasn't buying it. And this is part of our age group. You know, it's just like, hey, not going to be bothered with it. But I think that's a mistake. I really think that's a mistake. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Post Miz, even as you watch on replay. That works just as well. Thank you so much for doing so. Diana, Kinship, Ned Folks, Darth Cajun, Joe, Happiness, everybody. So pleased. I want to lead off today with an article that came out last week. I'm still fixated on the whole force multiplier thing, and everything flows down from Donald Trump. You know, in this realm, the way everything is working out in this moment in history, to me. But I have something of a good prosecutor, bad prosecutor interest this morning, and I'm trying to. Because, you know, yesterday we talked a little bit about what we as a Badlands media content creators, who are all individuals, you know, we all have our own little deviations. And yes, I agree here. No, I don't agree there. And that's a good thing in my book. But healthy skepticism is always a necessary component. And I just kept looking at Alvin Bragg and just thinking about the craziness. And there's a certain consistency because so much has happened. And you take a step back, like, wow, did I really just watch that? Did that guy really just say what I think he said? Are they really trying to do X, something that would be inconceivable before? And, you know, I saw something, I think, on YouTube, but I think it was on Tucker Carlson's show last night or the night before, and it was Jason Whitlock. Love Jason Whitlock. Agree with him on so much, don't agree with him on some others. That's a normal situation with me because I've said to you, I'm an incredibly opinionated man. I disagree with all kinds of stuff with my mother, and I loved her to death. Disagreement means nothing to me on disagreement grounds alone. Doesn't mean much to me. But Jason was going down this we must separate road. And he was talking this secession stuff. And I wanted to, you know, shake the man's like, please shut the hell up with that foolishness, please. When he went to Nashville, I was very intrigued. He got involved with the Blaze, very intrigued. I saw him do some stuff I knew they would not be happy with. Very intrigued. Okay, he's maintaining is healthy skepticism and not allowing it to be suffocated by that particular crew and their particular orientation. Um, but some of this, I don't know where this secession stuff is coming from, but that's not good. That's not a good talk. It's not a good road to go down. It is foolishness playing into the hands of our adversary. And I do not like to play into the hands of our adversary. But I understand how incredibly frustrated people are. You see Nike with this incredible ad from this guy acting as though he's a chick advertising female women's wear, leggings. Well, yeah, you want to go whip some ass when you see that kind of crap. But we have to maintain, okay? And one of the reasons why we have to maintain is we've got competent professionals on the job chipping away ever so slowly at Leviathan. You may not be happy with the progress, but this is the way it has to be done. Example today, John Durham and his recent motions in limine. So I just want to read a little bit to you, and then we'll just kind of let the conversation flow. There are likely some other things going on. I do like the chat. I do like to let the chat intercede, drag my curiosity, or stoke my rant or whatever. But let me. Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing everybody falling in. Thank you so much. Yeah, I rarely do. Yeah, please click the like button. Let's get some of those likes up for the morning crew. Yeah, when Elon Maggie sends up the red flag on AI, we have to listen. Um, Even though I'm all in on Elon and I give him maximum DAP, I do recognize uh, there can be deviations even with him. Again, um, his idea that open AI was the way, I think he now sees maybe that wasn't the way. And the red flags still are warranted. The discussion still is warranted. We know they are not going to cease and desist. I had that conversation with y'all. I think y'all agree. They are not. But the conversation still has to be had. So, yeah, let's do it. I keep saying this, but I am going to get back to those 23 guidelines because I do think they are interesting from a human perspective. And what I want to do is have some kind of open discussion with this varied audience here on, okay, what do you think is useful from those 23 guidelines? What is naive in the extreme? And what is doable? What might not be doable? I just think they serve as a good little basis, given that the community that is involved in this work essentially is the community that generated these principles. That allows us to come in from the outside and do something of an assessment. I like that. I think that's one of our roles. Okay. Yeah, Joe, I am not wishy-washy, man. Hey, I'm gonna hit you with what I believe, and if you hit me with something I don't believe, you're gonna know it. um, no, he's right, Maggie. Jason is absolutely correct. It's it's what we have to be so careful, people of faith. It's what we have to be so careful with operating in this realm. Uh, we don't want to. My personal opinion is okay. We don't want to go down a road that has us absenting us ourselves from the body politic. Again, playing into the hands of the adversary the way I look at it. The way this country was founded was on Christian principles, serving as an ethical boundary. Okay? And we look dead in the eye. We don't blink at the idea of slavery at the founding of this country. Okay? That's nothing to be blinking at or ashamed of. It was a worldwide institution that this country started down the path of abolition. This country. And so, yeah, I don't want to say we have to be careful, how do I say this? The way we interpret the Bible, and it involves our daily life. We do have to recognize, okay, there's context when you're talking about in this realm, and give that to Caesar that which is Caesar's, et cetera, et cetera. And I just think we get tripped up. We get so tripped up unnecessarily, it seems to me. And that's what I saw when I saw Jason last night. He's so frustrated with this craziness. And you can't have normal, casual conversation. You got a basketball tournament. Okay, the woman is doing this thing with her hand and all. And it can't just be some discussion, and people have to go make it racial. It's got to be racial. Okay, well, and I agree with Jason. When I first heard about this basketball controversy and the Caitlyn chick and the Angel chick, I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. Yeah, that John Cena thing, everybody, not everybody, but it is well known on the playground and on the athletic fields. And I just, like, okay, we're making, but then I saw, I didn't watch the basketball game, but then I saw what it was like, oh, it's not just that she did it. She really did some taunting, some hanging around, some trying to get in her face. And it's like, okay, no, 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 no. When I've seen that done on the field of athletic competition, you do it and you move the hell on. You don't linger in somebody's face trying to shame them, taunt them. So, yeah, I thought Jason was right. People trying to defend Angel were wrong. She went too damn far. She knows it. And too many people are just too afraid to say that. But she went too damn far. Okay. Um, I'm going to get to John Solomon and I'm going to get to John Durham. I'm going to get to good prosecutor, bad prosecutor, because this week really demonstrated it. But give me a chance to read through and see where y'all are going. Dina, I am flying out on the 19th, and I'm actually flying out of Orlando. Yeah. And my housing, I don't want to say I did. I screwed it up in the sense that I thought we were given a certain time by which we had to make our reservation for the hotel. Apparently, I interpreted something wrong, and so I may or may not be at the host hotel. I don't know. Got a reservation with some crazy prices that didn't get anyway. No need for me to get into that. I'm gonna be there one way or the other. I'm gonna be there at the event. Okay, so here's the thing. Get this initial little reading done, and then I'll do the ad block. I hope, and then read the article. But I want to have some discussion with you about this bullshit game that's continually played by lawyers. Okay, especially those who are in support of Democrats. They have really, really screwed so much up, and they have not been disciplined for this in the slightest. And here's the thing: when it comes to the uniparty in the United States, the Democrats drive the train. So it doesn't do much good, in my estimation, to be focused on Republicans and talking yang about the Republicans in that sense. Yes, the Republicans can be far more damaging because they're perpetrating on our side of the aisle. But on this stuff, the lawfare, it's the Democrats. They are driving the train on all of this because they set the agenda. And the Republicans are just willing passengers on that train. And so John Solomon had a good article recently, and it deserves attention here. That's why I'm discussing this, because it provides some insight on how and why I think I can write a template for a criminal complaint that will be applicable to every single state and every single county in every single state. We will see. Hopefully, I'll do that presentation at the Great American Restoration Tour. We'll see how it goes. I'm just not sure what the speaker lineup is going to be. And then does my presentation work in the setting they may have set for it? It could be I'm going to do it days before the actual restoration tour, just on this show, and then allow for some type of vetting process to occur at this event, either just a personal conversation with other content creators or feedback, from y'all. I don't want to say it doesn't matter to me, but the main thing is it's going to get presented some way, somehow, and then we'll be able to discuss it, some sort of vetting process, and then refinement. And I'm hoping it will actually be presented to law enforcement officers around this country. But we'll see. Solomon's article, of course, was about this recent motions in limine that's filed by John Durham. I suspect many people on the network have discussed this already. I have not. And so I just wanted to make sure that I did, and do this little reminder about Michael Sussman, because he is the centerpiece. He's the conduit for how they do what they do. Okay. And this has been laid out. And in this instance, this effort against Donald Trump, he is central because he ties the Hillary Clinton campaign to Fusion GPS, to Christopher Steele, to the Department of Justice, maybe even the FBI, and to the false information they fed to certain components within the FBI and the DOJ to spy on Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Okay, that's the basic setting. So Durham's indictment, of course, just as a reminder, says that they've got paperwork showing that Sussman billed the Clinton campaign for time spent working on the Alpha Bank matter and the meeting with the FBI. Okay? Again, here's the lawyers. They got to get their money. They are greedy in this process because they too get whored out and do the whoring out. It's all really incestuous the way all of this stuff works, and it's why DC has become so rich. Okay, but the indictment also alleges another big time wrongdoer. Oh my goodness. They are going to get him. Elias is another now former Perkins Coie attorney who served as general counsel for the Clinton campaign. He exchanged emails with the campaign manager, the communications director, and the foreign policy advisor about the Russian bank allegations. And Sussman helped coordinate the dissemination of the claims to the media. But for me and my purposes, the juicy, inescapable, trapped in a cul-de-sac from which there is no escape part has just now been presented by Durham in his most recent motions in limine. And what I want to do is let you know that that trap was closed by a man who served during the relevant period as the Congressional Intelligence Committee Republican Investigative Counsel. And y'all know who that is, Kash Patel. Kash Patel is the one who closed the trap on these fools. So let me, before I read Solomon's article and we kind of talk about it a little bit, I want to check my block, right? And I'm going to do a double block as indicated. That is the better approach. And you know what? Yeah, DC needs to be exercised. Let me not get this. Let me read what I need to read and get these ads out of the way before I get to y'all in the chat. Oh, goodness gracious. Do I have this upside down? I think I do this on purpose to myself sometimes. Yeah, this is today's. Okay, so I'm not going to read right now. I'm going to present my first ad. Hang in there, gang.
Benson Honey Farms delivers raw honey straight from the hive to your table. It is their mission to provide you the best raw honey at the lowest prices possible. By not pasteurizing, overheating, or filtering their honey, Benson Honey Farms ensures that all of its natural pollen and enzymes stay in the honey for maximum health benefits. So cut out the middleman and go straight to the source. Visit BensonHoneyFarms.com and use the rep code BADLANDS to place your order today. That's BensonHoneyFarms.com, rep code BADLANDS.
And I am going to switch out. I may just do both because the sugar is addictive. And anyway, I'm going to try to quit using the honey in my coffee, and I'm going to try to put it in a little spoon and just use some of the turmeric and the cayenne pepper to be sprinkled on the honey and ingest it that way. I got to find a spoon. I can't, where do you get these little tiny spoons that can scoop and sprinkle onto a teaspoon, a tablespoon? Tell me. These things confuse the hell out of me. I don't know. But let me get to my second ad. And of course, that's from our friend Mike Lindell. And there we go. I need to also, I think, come down here and remember that I need to go black. Yeah, doesn't seem to make a difference. Anyway, did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that when you go to the MyPillow.com website and click on the radio podcast square, your world will open up to tons of amazing specials MyPillow is offering to our Badlands community. And you save up to 80% on everything there with the promo code Badlands. Yes, you will find the buy one, get one special for the incredible MyPillow 2.0. But right now, Mike is also giving us deals on his bathrobe closeout sale, his buy one, get one free on his Giza sheet set, his My Slippers for as low as $49.98, and his 40% off mattress toppers and MyPillow down blankets. Be sure to use the promo code Badlands to get your discount at MyPillow.com. That's MyPillow.com, promo code Badlands. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. I got to take off the ad. Before I would have forgotten that and been just rolling down the road and y'all wouldn't see my mug. But hey, I want to get to this article. He really did a good job. It is a bombshell. And we need to remain optimistic because this man and his team, they are doing their job. They've set these people up. Okay, I really, really think they've set these people up. Even people were so upset about Kleinsmith getting off light. All that said to me is Kleinsmith is giving up the information. He's cooperating to me. I may be wrong, but I think he's cooperating. And let me see about this chat. Oh, definitely, Dina. I'm looking forward to meeting a bunch of people at this event. I'm still trying to think through what I'm going to do with my shows and how, but I do intend on having them because we're going to be so far ahead. I guess it's 2 hours. I don't know. Is it 3 hours in Arizona? But I'll be up and I will still do my show. But yeah, we'll have plenty of time to get together and talk some yang. American Nurse. I think they're just trying to normalize all this to get us to eventually be accepting of pedophilia. Yeah, if that's what they're trying to do, okay, that is not going to happen. It is instructive, however, because they did pound this message loud and long that, hey, all we want is X. This is all this is. You're making more out of it. I tell you the honest to goodness truth. I don't know why we didn't have a bigger backbone. Damn what Barack Obama said. Damn what Barack Obama did. By that time, we knew Barack Obama was perpetrating, but I don't know why we didn't have a bigger backbone on this whole protection of the sanctity of marriage vis-a-vis procreation, biblical truth, all of that. Wasn't a problem with that. The country wasn't disagreeable with that, and I think the country was a-okay with civil unions. Grown people have the right to make their choices and then have, but that doesn't mean you've got a constitutional right to marriage. Hell no. Hell no. Oh man, they screwed that thing up so bad. But we still need to find, given that this has happened, and I don't know what the Supreme Court cases are going to say. Clarence Thomas is talking about doing the backstroke. I would be a-okay with that, and a commensurate little civil union type law. That's all they really should have been given, to me and my way of thinking. But yeah, they do keep pushing farther and farther. Yeah, Satan is nothing to play around with, and Satan is real. Yeah, Mark Elias is the guy. He is, I think he's a primary target more than Sussman. Sussman is just the window in that exposes Elias. You know, he exposes it all. They didn't realize that there was an Achilles heel, and that Achilles heel were these damn lawyers playing this BS game of attorney-client privilege to do the nonsense that they're doing. Okay, I'm gonna get to talk and won't even read the damn article. I do want, for the record, to just read this article. Yeah, and this is the thing. You do forget Durham's investigation, but complex prosecutions take time. Every I has to be dotted, every T has to be crossed. It takes time. It takes years on something like this. But what I loved is what these motions say very clearly. Very clearly. You know exactly what's coming when you read these things. Maggie, you can hook me up. I'm talking now. I've got these two little, and I carry them. I carry these little vials, jars, something, but I carry my turmeric in there and I carry my cayenne pepper. So if I'm some restaurant or something and I'm going to have some coffee, I need a little spoon where I can just dip into this little tiny thing and get it and sprinkle it. Or if I'm home and I'm just doing a teaspoon or tablespoon of honey, I can get that spoon, sprinkle it. I think it must exist. I guess I can order it on Amazon. I don't know. Um, yes, I am having a show tomorrow, Miss Me. They don't do daylight savings. Yeah, what does that mean? They're 2 hours ahead? Yeah, Tracy, this is the thing about what Hillary did and It Takes a Village. Look, that is a magnificent African proverb, right? Whether real or made up, because it speaks to humanity being responsible for one another and the whole in loco parentis things, that the schools utilize. But those things can be bastardized, and you don't trump the parents. You just don't trump the parents, and you can clearly see that they've taken that mindset that they know better than the parents. Oh man, yeah, I know it's Good Friday. Um, mm, mm, yeah. Okay, let me read this article. Okay, and try and keep my eyes locked with the audience. This is from March 27th. And the headline is Durham's Bombshell. Prosecutor unveils smoking gun FBI text message. Joint venture to smear Trump. Special counsel John Durham revealed he has unearthed a text message showing Hillary Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman falsely told the FBI he was not working on behalf of any client when he delivered anti-Trump research. That's the headline. Special counsel John Durham is revealing new smoking evidence, a text message that shows a Clinton campaign lawyer lied to the FBI while putting the courts on notice. He is prepared to show the effort to smear Donald Trump with now disproven Russia collusion allegations was a, quote, conspiracy. RICO, ladies and gentlemen. RICO is what he is saying to you. In a bombshell court filing late Monday night, Durham, for the first time, suggested Hillary Clinton's campaign, her researchers, and others formed a joint venture or conspiracy. This is what you need for a RICO prosecution. For the purpose of weaving the collusion story to harm Trump's election chances and then the start of his presidency. Oh, man. I cut off my own article. These parties acted as joint ventures and therefore should be considered as co-conspirators, he wrote. Durham also revealed he has unearthed a text message showing Hillary Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman falsely told the FBI he was not working on behalf of any client when he delivered now discredited anti-Trump research in the lead up to the 2016 election. In fact, he was working for the Clinton campaign and another client, prosecutors say. Now, I'm really intrigued who that other client is. I think I have an idea, and I think maybe I'm hoping because it implicates the template I'm putting together for this criminal complaint. Even if it's not who I think it is, my template still works. Back to the article. The existence of the text message between Sussman and then FBI General Counsel James Baker was revealed in a court filing late Monday night by Durham's team. Prosecutors said they intend to show Sussman gave a false story to the FBI, but then told the truth about working on behalf of the Clinton campaign when he later testified to Congress. Quote, Jim, it's Michael Sussman. I have something time sensitive and sensitive I need to discuss. Sussman texted Baker on September 18, 2016, according to the new court filing. Quote, do you have availability for a short meeting tomorrow? I'm coming on my own, not on behalf of a client or company. Want to help the Bureau. Thanks. Isn't he lovely? Prosecutors said the text message will become essential evidence at trial to show Sussman lied to the FBI. Quote, the defendant lied in that meeting, falsely stating to the general counsel that he was not providing the allegations to the FBI on behalf of any client, Durham's motion said. Quote, in fact, the defendant had assembled and conveyed the allegations to the FBI on behalf of at least two specific clients including one, a technology executive identified as Tech Executive One at a US based Internet Company One, and number two, the Clinton campaign. The prosecutor noted that in House testimony a year later, Sussman admitted he made the FBI approach at the instruction of his client. Quote, we had a conversation, as lawyers do with their clients, about client needs and objectives and the best course to take for the client. Sussman testified in a deposition taken by then House Intelligence Committee Republican Investigative Counsel Kash Patel. Quote, and so it may have been a decision that we came to together. I mean, I don't want to imply that I was sort of directed to do something against my better judgment or that we were in any sort of conflict. Durham also told the court he plans to present evidence that Sussman worked with the Clinton campaign, Tech Executive Rodney Joffe, identified as Tech Executive One, and others in a joint venture to promote a now disproven story that Donald Trump had a secret computer channel at the Moscow-based Alfa Bank with the Kremlin to hijack the election. Quote, as an initial matter, the government expects that the evidence at trial will show that beginning in late July, early August 2016, the defendant, Tech Executive One, and agents of the Clinton campaign were acting in concert toward a common goal, namely the goal of assembling and disseminating the Russian Bank One allegations and other derogatory information about Trump and his associates to the media and to the U.S. government, Durham's team said. Quote, the evidence of a joint venture or conspiracy will establish, according to the prosecutors, that in November 2016, soon after the presidential election, Tech Executive One emailed a colleague stating, quote, I was tentatively offered the top cybersecurity job by the Democrats when it looked like they'd win. In sum, the special counsel concludes, the above evidence, public information, and expected testimony clearly establishes by a preponderance of the evidence that the defendant and Tech Executive One worked in concert with each other and with agents of the Clinton campaign to research and disseminate the Russian Bank One allegations. Patel, who helped unravel the false Russia collusion narrative with former Representative Devin Nunes, said the new filing by Durham is one of the most significant in the entire investigation to date. Quote, Durham has just shown the whole world what major pieces of our Russiagate investigation revealed, Patel said. Hard evidence, emails, and text messages showing the Clinton campaign, Fusion GPS, Perkins Coie, Joffe, and the media were all synced in August of 2016, pushing the false Alfa Bank server story while also working on the Steele dossier matter. Durham submits all this evidence as joint venture conspiracy under the rules of evidence. RICO prosecutions are coming, ladies and gentlemen. That is a beautiful thing. Now, there's so much that flows out of this. There's so much that flows through Michael Sussman, the conduit, Du Bois. They've really been too clever by half on what they do and how they do it. But I'm really excited to see the unveiling, because this is why I say we may have to, this goes back to the Schedule F imperative. All of these things are going to work together, and there's a drip, drip, drip element to this that's going to bring the nation along in some methodical way, perhaps better than a cataclysmic event. I'm talking from a political. There may be a cataclysmic event financially, but that's something separate from the political and then the criminal prosecutions. Those are different things. And I think the criminal prosecutions absolutely are going to have a drip, drip, drip component to them. And that's well and good with me. So many of these people I do think are in panic mode right now because they can see what's coming. And if they can't get Trump, they are dead men walking, and they know this. And that's why we see this crazy ass prosecution in New York City by a local prosecutor. And this is the whole good cop, bad cop angle that I wanted to talk about today. Because, man, look, when you've got a problematic prosecutor, you got a real problem on your hands, and we don't deal well with it. It's one of the things we're going to have to address as we're going forward because we've seen so much wrongdoing again, and the discipline, how to properly discipline wrongdoers, is going to have to be a major component of whatever reset or reinvigoration we're going to have, because we cannot go back to the system that we had. They've shown there's no fidelity there. No bar association protected us, said a damn thing about these lockdowns, question the lawfare game these people are engaging in. And trust me, the wide majority of lawyers know damn well what these fools are doing. And nobody's saying a damn thing about it. So, the power of a prosecutor in the American legal system can really be dangerous because they have so much discretion, tremendous discretion on behalf of the government. And this is the thing. There's a duality, a yin and a yang to prosecutors because they are there to protect us, the public, but they are wielding the power of the government. And our entire system is set up to be skeptical of governmental power. We have to apply that skepticism to prosecutors. That's why they have to prove a criminal case beyond a reasonable doubt. And, we can't just let those be words. I can remember talking to people who had contempt for public defenders. And it's like, no. Those are important component pieces of our system because they are there to challenge governmental power. We have to have people challenging governmental power. Now, it's just challenging on behalf of a criminal that can get exasperating, and you know damn well somebody's a criminal. And you see how the system works, and now they're releasing all these people in New York City, no bail, you got rapists, you got craziness. There's a balance, okay? And I think there's a balance to everything in life, even when we're talking about Jason and talking about this scripture and then secession. Okay, whoa. There's a balance to how we have to do this, recognizing we are operating in this realm. And no, we can't absent ourselves out. We can't segregate ourselves out and say, okay, that's going to be your state. No. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right? Okay. I want to get back and engage with you in the chat as we get ready for the last quarter hour. Birthing person. I know. Good God. I read that. Standards matter. This is another thing about faith and biblical truth and science and understanding what science really is, and not allowing them to conflate faith with blind faith. Standards do matter. And everything they're doing is they're trying to obliterate standards. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. I need a Coke spoon. Okay, you're messing with me. Yeah, there's no doubt Durham is building a RICO case. I haven't had a doubt from the very beginning, but these motions in limine make it far too plain. Joint venture. Mitch, you mean you don't think I should, what? You don't think I should use the cayenne pepper? No, Durham is not only finding the facts. Durham is the prosecutor who will bring the case based upon the facts that have been painstakingly developed. Um, and yeah, it may be a drip, drip flood. It may be. Um, but the legal process, I actually had a conversation with a friend, and this may be, I have a weird theory that they've done so much in secret and been able to maintain the secret outside of the Department of Justice normal system, because you know there are all kinds of, I don't want to say sleeper cells, but essentially sleeper cells within the Department of Justice that will leak to their preferred narrative enhancers. But they have had this thing locked down, and I think they've done it. And I think people are talking about military tribunals, but it's not, I don't think, going to be military tribunals. Um, they're using special assistant United States attorneys who are JAG officers who have a duty under penalty of death to not violate and give out secrets. I think they're using the JAG officers on so much of this stuff, the compilation, the development, the maintenance, and the preparation ready for when the RICO prosecution will occur. That's just my opinion. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, Hillary is not going to run. She will never be president. Um, I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if a whole bunch of stuff has happened and we don't know. I just, so much weirdness has happened. Joe K, yeah, I'm gonna have conversations with John. We had one in essentially this half of the country in Nashville. Then you've got the Dallas, and now they've gone west. I actually had talked with some people in Northeast Florida about, having one, maybe little mini get-togethers. It won't be a big national. It'll just be kind of like a local, regional, whatever get together. You know, Miami, Orlando, Jacksonville, Atlanta, Charlotte. Um, we got plenty of options, and we have plenty of time. Um, I don't know if all, we call them state attorneys here in Florida. I don't know if they are all elected in every state. Yeah, yeah. Scupula. Okay. I'll make a note of that. Never heard of a scupula, but I'll hunt for it. Don't snort the guy. Thank you. Thank you for that. Um, Yeah, and on the Julian Assange question, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. Military tribunals may be part of the solution. Um, maybe. Okay. Another block. Um, I got to check another block. Y'all hang in there with me. Um, first up is our guy sponsoring the yeah, and I didn't get the right. I don't know that it matters, but I didn't get the right image. We'll make it do for today. Oh no. Yeah. Whatever. Oh man. I've got to find it. Badlands Media, ladies and gentlemen, is proud to be partnered with our friends at Furman Power Equipment as the sponsor of our first event, the Great American Restoration Tour in Chandler, Arizona, coming up soon, April 20th through the 23rd. Get your in-person or virtual tickets at badlandsmedia.tv. Furman generators are portable, versatile, durable, dependable, and user-friendly. Furman Power Equipment will be there to help you conquer anything life throws your way. Badlands Media is powered by Furman, and you should be too. For all your generator needs, go to furmanpowerequipment.com and use the discount code BADLANDS at checkout for 17% off. That's furmanpowerequipment.com and discount code BADLANDS for 17% off at checkout. And second ad of the block, if I can find it, our good friend Kirk Elliott.
Silicon Valley Bank debacle demonstrated just how fragile our banking system can be. We don't know what the future holds, but history has shown us that physical gold and silver are a reliable store of value to protect your wealth. Don't let fear of the unknown paralyze you. Take the first step towards securing your financial future. Reach out to Kirk and his team at kirkelliottphd.com/badlands. That's kirkelliottphd.com/badlands.
Yeah. Back to this prosecutor, the good prosecutor, bad prosecutor thing. People really don't recognize, and because lawyers have been self-creating something of a temple to themselves, we give way too much discretion. Seems to me. And you look at Alvin Bragg, and you see it. You look at Letitia. Oh my goodness, the craziness coming out of New York. Bad prosecutors. Just the discretion alone can lead to abuse and misconduct, and they can have devastating consequences for individuals involved and the criminal justice system at large. Prosecutors, and we're seeing this right now, often have more power over how much punishment someone convicted of a crime receives than the judge who does the actual sentencing. But more than that, prosecutors can make the process the punishment. This is what Donald Trump said the other day. They've put his family through hell, and they've been allowed to do that. There have to be severe consequences. I don't think the people are going to stand for some kind of okey doke. No, there's got to be severe consequences for this. Not just the stuff, Donald Trump and the Russiagate BS and all of that crap, the Fauci stuff, Centers for Disease Control, all of that. there have to be serious consequences, or there's going to be hell to pay. I mean, hell to pay. So let me close out by hanging with you in the chat. Yeah, this whole thing about no juror would be safe in a Hillary trial, it's another thing we've got to stamp out, even as a joke. You know, it's like, no. Yeah, and I don't think the military is the only way is what people think it is. I've said this, I said it at the initial Thread Fest. You know it's not going to be that because it's just too obviously laid out in the Q drops and everything. It's not going to be what you think. I think the military is the only way. Hence, at Space Force, hence, at the collection of data from the sky. These planes that are flying around all over the place are capturing information. I even think there's a Starlink aspect to it. I may be wrong about that, but that's what it means when, to me, that's what it means when I see the military as the only way. Yeah, I know treason still carries the death penalty. We're going to have to be judicious. Some of us are going to be disappointed by the people who do not get the death penalty. Good luck, Mitchie Me, caught up in the court system. I have not seen, O'Brien, the Cliff High article, Man in America. You know, there's just so much stuff stacking up that I need to try and get to. Wow, will I be able to? Yeah, the military is not going to be marching in. We're not going to have martial law. I think people need to remember who we are as a nation and civilian control. So there's not going to be combatant commanders driving the train in this region or no. Civilian control, one way or the other, is going to be. But think National Guard under the control of governor or governors, or working in concert with federal forces under a commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, that kind of thing. That's what I think we're headed for before the 2024 election. And I do look at a patent from the post office with blockchain process for voting. I think that was put out there for a reason, as something of a marker. And I think we're looking at something like that, a very simple process. Everybody has access. Everybody knows where their post offices are. When you have a system infiltrated, invisible enemy, infiltration from within, there's a process you've got to go through by which you filter out the foolishness. And I think we're getting ready to have a process by which we filter out the foolishness. And this RICO prosecution talking about this Alpha Bank stuff. Again, one of the things I talk about, and they talk about Putin and Xi. You don't have a Russian oligarch running rampant in this country trying to do X, Y, and Z without the okay from Vladimir Putin. You don't get to be an oligarch in Russia without Vladimir Putin signing off on that. We have, in my estimation, the weirdest way of bifurcating out and forgetting the real deal. This is the thing about the Chinese Communist Party. Every damn Chinese company is a Chinese Communist Party entity. What are we talking about? Anyway, Joe K, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Eleanor 2000, you have a beautifully blessed day as well. We are in a really important spiritual moment, and I'm so glad y'all are here with me, steady on the case. All right. I look forward to seeing you Good Friday tomorrow. Later, gators.